Northern Ireland go away to the Faroe Islands first. With 3 wins and 2 draws against them, the squad will be confident again.
Yeah, like I say, everybody's bought into what Michael, the manager, wants to do. You know, the senior players are looking after us younger players and showing us the ropes and what they expect and what they don't expect from us.
Gerry, Northern Ireland away to the Faroe Islands. They've won 2-0 at home. Is this a potential banana skin for Northern Ireland? Because the Faroes have had a couple of all right results in the group.
Yeah, that's right. You know, the Faroes at home have picked up a couple of results on their artificial pitch.
That's right.
And to be honest with you, Northern Ireland love a banana skin.
They do.
So this could be it.
So how are they going to approach the game? You're thinking like a 4-3-3?
Yeah, I think so.
Attacking? They think they surely got to go in and take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, I think maybe 15, 20 minutes. I think they've just got to see work the pitch out, work the way the Faroes are going to play, give nothing away at the back, stay solid, and then hopefully the class will just come through. You know, the more experienced, the better class of player, whatever you want to call it, will come through. But this is the way they've set up near enough for every game they've played in the qualifiers. So I can't see Michael changing, even though he may have one or two injury issues.
Northern Ireland against the Faroe Islands. Normally that would be a routine 3 points for people against the Faroes, but they're much better than they used to be and quite hard to beat.
They're super hard to break now, and you know, it's something you find again and again in international football. That, you know, that it is becoming, like, they are becoming more savvy, the smaller nations, and you know, the Faroes have got some interesting results. You haven't had an avalanche of goals against them in the last year, 18 months. So it's a hard job for Northern Ireland. It's all about patience. It's about not getting freaked out by the conditions, of course. I mean, it's not winter in the Faroes, so it's not as bleak and unhospitable as it could be.
They have an artificial pitch.
But they do have an artificial pitch, and that's something that, you know, they need to put all that stuff out of their minds and just concentrate on what they need to do, really, which is being patient and getting the result. You know, not thinking about racking up loads of goals or worrying about going the first 20 minutes without scoring or anything like that.
It also, when we look at some of the other sides like Gibraltar or San Marino, they tend to go for damage limitation, whereas actually the Faroes have picked up a few points here. And it's a ridiculous.
Unfortunately, they're not playing Greece anymore.
Yeah,
they'll be sorry to see the back of them.
Indeed.
Sorry to see the back of Claudio Ranieri.
That's right. But if they were to get a result, I mean, they might even think, we might slip into a playoff position or something. And it's almost ridiculous to say, but it is the fact of the matter. So they will be trying to upset the Northern Irish Party.
Well, of course they are, and you know, that's the brilliant thing about the reformatting of qualification. There are so many more live games, and you know, minnows feel like they have a chance. You know, it's really difficult to sell to players, oh, you're playing for ranking points in the future. You know, that doesn't mean anything, does it? You know, if there's that outside possibility of qualification that there wasn't before, it makes it very interesting. But then again, I suppose from Michael O'Neill and Northern Ireland's perspective, you might think, well, if they think they've got a little chance, you know, maybe that creates a window of opportunity that makes us, with our superior quality, more disposed to break them.
So do you think Northern Ireland will they'll kind of evolve into the game, or do you think they'll just go all out attack?
I think they have to be patient. I think just the thinking they're saying we're going to attack from the off, I mean, it's asking for problems, and Greece have shown that, you know, that they can take advantage on set pieces. The Faroes can take advantage on set pieces and on the break. So I just think they need to have a really solid, calm game plan, and that's what they've been really good at, I think, under Michael O'Neill. Just, you know, being calm when it comes to the big matches and not getting carried away. What
about the positions out wide supporting the main man up?
Yeah, again, we've got 1 or 2 injury worries with Jamie Ward and Chris Brunt, so could be a little bit of a stickler, this one. And I know, like they're saying, they could be back for the Hungary match, but I would say you stick with Dallas on the left. You know, very industrious, hard working, puts a good shift in. Going to be difficult on here
because they need. I mean, this is 3 points that they absolutely need.
Yeah, this is, you know, if you're going to qualify, you need to beat teams like the Faroe Islands. Yeah. So this is going to be a bit of a quandary for them. Midfield will stay the same. Back four will stay the same.
Who would you have? So these two players, would you expect them to bomb on?
Yeah, that'll be Norwood and Davison here. Yeah, with Chris Brunt holding, I would say. These two will just get involved in all the build-up play. Chris Bird, sorry. You know, very experienced, very reliable. Yeah. He'll just sweep up anything that breaks down in here. Protect the back four, anything that goes in between the lines. You know, he's good at getting recovery runs in and picking things up. So that is a solid base to start with. These two have got a little bit of magic, especially Norwood from dead balls and through balls. So yeah, just let these two go and get involved, join the front three. He just keeps everything nice and tight.
For more coverage of the match, search Vauxhall Northern Ireland on Facebook or Twitter and give them a like or follow.
He's still waiting on the injuries, aren't they?
That's all he's got.
I thought the big toe was going to keep him out. That's when he's all right.
That's all he's got. You may get injuries.
He's played every minute apart from the last 3 against Burnley.
And he's back on form again as well, Gareth Bale, isn't he?